published 1748 EDT, the 18th of October 2017, updated 0941 EDT, the 19th of October 2017. The Mandalay Bay security guard who was the first victim of the Las Vegas shooting sat down for his one and only interview with Ellen Degeneres on Wednesday, but viewers hoping for answers about the ever-changing official timeline of the massacre were sorely disappointed. Last week, security guard Jesus Campos scheduled interviews at all the major networks, but then cancelled at the last minute and mysteriously disappeared. He resurfaced on Tuesday when Ellen announced that he would be sitting down for an interview, which aired Wednesday afternoon. During the interview, Ellen explained that Campos had decided to do just one interview because he doesn't want to relive the shooting. But his choice to do that interview on Ellen was likely deliberate. The comedian-turned-talk show host is more known for her dancing and pranks on celebrities than hard-hitting interviews with headline makers. Her interview from Campos did not deviate from form. Scroll down for video. Jesus Campos, the Mandalay Bay security guard who was the Vegas gunman's first victim, sat down for his one and only interview with Ellen, which aired on Wednesday. Campos Center appeared on the show with maintenance worker Stephen Schuck, who was also shot at by gunman Stephen Paddock. When Campos went through his recollection of the night, Ellen did not press him to clarify some of the lingering questions about the official timeline, such as whether he or hotel officials delayed calling police for 6 minutes after he was shot. Despite Las Vegas being almost a Big Brother-like state thanks to the hotel's supped-up private security, police have changed the official timeline of the shooting not once but 3 times. According to the first timeline, Campos was shot by Paddock after he stopped shooting at the music festival across the street. MGM, which owns the Mandalay Bay, took issue with police when they revised the timeline last week, saying that Campos was shot before Paddock started shooting at the music festival, but that 6 minutes passed before police were first alerted to the shooting, insinuating that either Campos or the hotel delayed calling police. Campos came out on the show using a cane to walk. He was shot in the leg by the Vegas gunman after checking out a security issue on the floor the night of the shooting. Ellen greeted Campos with a hug at the start of the interview, and doesnt pushed him with tough questions during their chat. Police revised the timeline again last Friday, saying that Campos was shot at 1005 p.m. and immediately called in the shooter, just as Paddock started firing at the festival below. On Ellen, Campos explained that he was first sent to the 32nd floor because of a stairwell door that wasn't opening. He arrived on the 32nd floor via the stairs and found that the door wouldn't budge. So he went back down to the 31st floor and rode the elevator up to the 32nd floor, where he saw that the door had been secured shut with a metal brace. Campos said he heard drilling sounds, so he thought the maintenance team might be working on a project. After calling the issue into maintenance, Campos started walking down the hall away from the door when he says Paddock started shooting at him through the door of his suite, located just to the right of the stairwell door. I heard rapid fire, Campos recalled. At first I took cover. I felt a burning sensation. I went to go lift my pant leg up and I saw the blood, and that's when I called it in on my radio. While that recollection lines up with the newest timeline, Ellen didn't ask him anything about the prior conflicting timelines. Stephen Schuck left and Jesus Campos walk onto the Ellen Degeneres show in California, where he attempted to explain the confusing events that led up to and after his shooting by Stephen Paddock in Vegas. As Campos recalled the night of the shooting, Ellen pulled out a graphic explaining where Campos was in relation to the sniper's nest. Campos says he came to the 32nd floor to check out a door that wasn't opening. When he came up the stairs, he says he found the inner door blocked and had to take the elevator up to check it out from the other side, when he found that it had been shut with a metal brace. He was walking back down the hallway when he says Paddock started shooting him through the door of his hotel suite. Schuck arrived on the floor as Campos was being shot at. He says Campos saved his life by yelling at him to take cover. Campos teared up as Ellen presented them with a $25,000 check for the Las Vegas Victims Fund. Police believed Paddock was tipped off to Campos' arrival due to security cameras he rigged in the hallway. They say he fired 200 gunshots through the door at Campos before opening fire at a music festival across the street through a broken window in his room. As he was taking cover, maintenance worker Stephen Schuck arrived on the floor to see about the door issue. He accompanied Campos on Ellen and credits the security guard with saving his life. Jesus, he leaned out and he said take cover, and yelled at me, and within milliseconds, if he didn't say that I would have got hit. Schuck said Campos also saved another life amid the chaos. As Paddock was shooting, a guest came out of her room and Jesus said he yelled at her to get back in. During the interview, Campos appeared shy and quiet. At one point, Ellen explained that this would be his first and only interview on the matter because he doesn't want to keep reliving the horror. Campos vanished hours before he was scheduled to give a series of TV interviews last week. Ellen said he only wanted to do one interview now so he wouldn't have to relive the shooting. The security guard was shot and wounded by Stephen Paddock when he went to investigate the shut door on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay above. Some of the weapons found inside Paddock's hotel room after the shooting. Fox News' Sean Hannity tweeted that Campos cancelled his appearance on his show Thursday night. It has since been revealed that Campos went to a medical clinic instead. Stephen Paddock shot the security guard before opening fire on concertgoers from his 32nd floor suite in the Mandalay Bay Hotel. You know, you've had so many people asking for you to tell the story and talk about it, and I understand your reluctance. You're talking about it now and you're not going to talk about it again, and I don't blame you. Why relive it over and over? Ellen said. When asked how he is coping, Campos said, "I'm doing better each day. Slowly but surely, just healing physically and mentally." Ellen said she invited him on her show because she wanted to celebrate Campos' heroism. "It's helpful for people to understand what a hero you are because you being shot in the leg saved so many people's lives. Instead of you getting out of there, you saved Stephen's life and that woman's life," she said. At the end of the interview, Ellen said that both Campos and Schuck had turned down her offers of money, so instead a sponsor of the show, Shutterfly, was donating $25,000 to the Las Vegas Victims Fund on their behalf. When she presented the two with a large check, Campos began to tear up. Ellen made sure that the two didn't leave empty-handed. The NFL offered to fly Schuck out to see his favorite team, the Colts, while Shutterfly is paying for Campos' season tickets when the Raiders moved to Las Vegas. As the interview was wrapping up, Campos took a moment to thank the people who came together and helped end the shooting and who tended to victims. "Everyone came together to help that night, even in the darkest hour," he said. This is the original timeline of events given out by police. 10:05 p.m. Paddock fires his first shots on the crowd, as seen on CCTV. 10:12 p.m. First two officers arrive on the 31st floor and announce gunfire is coming from directly above them. 10:14 p.m. Guard Jesus Campos approaches Paddock's room and is shot, but only injured. 10:15 p.m. The last shots are fired from the suspect per body cam, due to Campos' intervention. 10:17 p.m. The first two officers arrive on the 32nd floor from the 31st. 10:18 p.m. Campos tells the cops he was shot and gives them the exact location of the suspect's room. 10:26 p.m. With Paddock quiet, 8 additional cops arrive and they decide to evacuate the rooms on the floor. 10:55 p.m. 8 officers arrive in the stairwell next to the suspect's room and find the door tampered with and a camera on a room service cart outside. They decide to hold off. 11:20 p.m. Paddock's room is breached and police enter the room to find him dead. Timeline given out October 19, 9:59 p.m. Campos approaches Paddock's room looking for an alarm going off at a door nearby, likely from the stairwell. He is shot at and injured. He immediately notifies hotel security. Stephen Schuck appears to back up this account. 10:05 p.m. First shots fired by suspect. 10:12 p.m. First two officers arrive on the 31st floor. 10:15 p.m. The last shots are fired from the suspect for reasons unknown. 10:17 p.m. The first two officers arrive on the 32nd floor from the 31st. 10:18 p.m. Campos, who has been stricken for almost 20 minutes, tells police about Paddock's room. 10:26 p.m. With Paddock quiet, 8 more cops arrive and they decide to evacuate the rooms on the floor. 10:55 p.m. 8 officers arrive in the stairwell next to the suspect's room and find the door tampered with and a camera on a room service cart outside. They decide to hold off. 11:20 p.m. Paddock's room is breached and police enter the room to find him dead. This is the revised timeline given out on October 13, 9:59 p.m. Campos approaches Paddock's room looking for an alarm going off at a door nearby, likely from the stairwell. He encounters a barricaded door and makes his way to 32nd floor. 10:05 p.m. Campos is shot and wounded in the leg. He radios and calls an incident as gunman opens fire on concert. 10:12 p.m. First two officers arrive on the 31st floor. 10:15 p.m. The last shots are fired from the suspect for reasons unknown. 10:17 p.m. The first two officers arrive on the 32nd floor from the 31st. 10:26 p.m. With Paddock quiet, 8 more cops arrive and they decide to evacuate the rooms on the floor. 10:55 p.m. 8 officers arrive in the stairwell next to the suspect's room and find the door tampered with and a camera on a room service cart outside. They decide to hold off. 11:20 p.m. Paddock's room is breached and police enter the room to find him dead.